G'day gamers, VaderG here, welcome back to the channel. A little bit different, the content of this video. I'm going to be doing a quick video on timeline survival and my approach to it to try and get through as quickly as possible, including the characters that I use and the level that I run. And we'll just run a little bit of it and see how quickly we can get through it. Unfortunately, timeline survival, it does take a little bit of time, but you can maximize the amount of return versus time input. I don't know why I picked these extremely slow characters for this fight, and we'll just get to that at the moment. And look, increasing the rank of your artifacts certainly does help in Alliance Battle Extreme. So let's just say you're taking in a rank 3 artifact versus a rank 10 artifact. You know, it's gonna make a significant difference. You know, if you're talking rank 3 artifacts, you're probably talking, you know, a couple 100,000 points, to be perfectly honest, maybe even more. So yeah, I'll just show you that. So what I do is I never go for this level 6, right? This threat level 6 Land of Fire is just, it takes way too long. The map is too big, and the foes that you fight are reasonably powerful. So the types of units I run, I usually take Athena in. She's always a good lead anyway. And then I skip down and I just go straight to the Awakened units, right? So on this threat level 5, the 3099, I just go straight for the Awakened units that I know I'm going to use through this fight. And these are the sort of ones I'll take in Valkyrie for the buff. I'll take Moonstone. She hits pretty good. I'll take in Makari. She's excellent in terms of clearing things out. And then I'll actually, you know, I'll take in, I'll take VaderG Bill in as well. And that's probably where I sort of, I'll take her in as well. So there, my universals are done. And then for survivability, in case I lose a couple of units, go, oh no, what am I going to do? Then I normally start taking in, no, I'm not going to take him. I'll take him. I'll probably take her. She's pretty decent as well. And then I'll take Apocalypse as well. So he gets through things pretty good. And we'll just roll through and we'll see how quickly we can do a few of these squares. I'm not going to do the whole thing because it might take a little bit too long. Obviously, we try and avoid the question marks because the question marks suck. They can often strip you of the temporal energy, and you see I haven't got a huge amount of temporal energy here. So you'll see how quickly some of these units get through the fight. So we've got universal types and we've got villains. So let's just take these guys in, and they should polish off this fight pretty damn quick. And this is the most return that I feel in the game for the amount of time spent for the essence and for the actual artifact boosters, the 1 to 3 star boosters that you get to turn into essence. I do find that this mode is better than Dimension missions. Dimension missions, particularly on lower levels, are pretty garbage. Decrease attack by 25, I definitely don't want to do that. So I'll increase their defense. I'll go to this shop here and see if there's anything we need to buy here or anything we can buy. Usually get temporal energy because this is very early on in the season. And when it's early on in the season, then yeah, that's normally what I do, is try and buy the temporal energy to sort of get that up. And you know, sometimes by the end of the season you can have, you know, 700 or 800 of the energy. You can have a shitload of it, but at the start of the season you can never kind of buy enough of it. 10% to paralyze when attacking is actually a really good one, and we'll get some of these attack ones as well, considering this is this the first day? The second day I think of this season. So we'll get that one, get that increased HP. I always buy this, so I'm never really short on gold. And we're going to get more energy and more energy, so it seems like time consuming stuff, and really we've sort of spent a couple of minutes already. And I always go left to go across the map. I'm not really sure where we go here for the actual best. I don't know if you diagonally through the middle of the map, maybe that's a better method, but I usually sort of go 3 tiles up, start heading left, and then I'll go till I'm over the 3 tile mark on the other side, and then I'll start heading upwards. And usually I find that's where the villains are, right over on that left hand side of the map, and usually in the top corner as well. So we'll move up here a little bit just so we can see if there's any other purple squares going around. So yeah, we're just going to take in the same team. This is a pretty quick team actually. Makari gets through things really quickly, and considering I have her pretty well built, you know, 'cause there you see 3 seconds. So, and once you start getting your boosts up in terms of your attack and your defense, those sort of buffs that you get from these landmarks or actually from the stores, things, you start getting through things pretty damn quick. So once again, you see this team is a very popular. So this one has females or supervillains. Obviously, there's no supervillains, but we got females, and that fight takes 2 seconds. So you can kind of see once you start picking the right team, the right units, and you start figuring out what way to approach the map, it actually doesn't take that long. So this one we've actually got combat supervillains. So we'll take this team in. See how quickly they get through. I actually find Mephisto not quite as effective in this mode as what he probably should be, considering he has a brilliant judgment. And you actually see these guys are actually taking a little bit to get through, and it's probably Supergiant doing the majority of the work here, although Apocalypse is a machine as well. So, you know, a little bit longer when you come across some of these supervillain teams. 10 seconds is not huge in the scheme of things. It's not that big a deal. I might move up here and go this landmark. I've got a purple square there up above me. It's going to ignore that for the moment. Increased attack is always good. So we've got a purple one over here as well. Combat supervillain as again. So we might take in, yeah. We'll try these guys. We got all supervillains, I suppose, and I do find that the Gamora, she gets through the things pretty quickly as well. And yeah, you just sort of see they melt them pretty quick. Doc Ock with his new uniform, also really good in this mode. Doctor Strange is also really good. Lots of people take in Doctor Strange, and I do find him very effective. But to be perfectly honest, I find that the Awakened characters probably a little bit quicker than all of them. And particularly when you're dealing with this team. So if you've got these guys rolling with sort of Valkyrie and particularly Makari, you're talking it's over in a few seconds. Nearly every single time, a few seconds, and it's done. So I think we've been running for, what, 3 or 4 minutes now. We're basically across the other side of the map. We'll take on this purple fight, and then we'll move down one. Universal Supervillain. So we'll just go for these guys again. With Athena's leadership is quite good, and considering I still have her set up from Alliance Battle Extreme, she does put in a fair bit of work, and she never takes any damage. She just seems invincible in this mode due to her iframes and maybe her skill effects, which might do a little bit of paralyzing or basically maybe not paralyzing, but that sort of whatever we want to call it, crowd control type skill. So Universal Heroes. So go for these guys. Actually, I'll go for them, and we'll get through this pretty quick. See if we can get onto a boss within 5 minutes. So the way I'm sort of heading with this particular run, and this is pretty typical, and actually as you get on in the season, things just get quicker and quicker because you build up more and more buffs from the actual landmarks that you get into. It's probably going to take 10 minutes to complete a round. I can see that there's no purple in that corner. I'll have to go across here and see if there's anything there. Just make sure that those last squares there aren't purple. What have I got here? Increases, yeah, okay, increase survival tokens by that. Get this other one, okay, so it's grey down below there as well. So it's always important to try and drill into that corner, because I do often find that there is something, increases temporal energy by 5. Okay, I thought that said decrease, and I was about to say, hey, good one. And yeah, so guys, this is really how I roll through things. It's probably not super exciting from here on in, but yeah, just thought I'd do a quick video. To me, this has definitely been the best strategy in terms of time invested versus the amount of stuff that I've got out, although I haven't come across any shops that have had much essence to buy yet. So I am kind of looking forward to actually hitting a shop that does have some essence. So I've got a boss there, so I'll get over and take him out, and I might just play this until I come across a shop that actually has some essence where you can kind of see, okay, yeah, the essence rates on this level 5 are actually pretty decent as well, but I'll probably curse myself and may not get anything at all from an essence point of view. But either way, you do get stuff from the completions of the bosses and the completion of the whole level as well. So we're going to move over here. Still no shops. So this team gets through doing pretty quickly as well for Timeline Survival. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of Timeline Survival. Do you play it? Okay, I was really against this mode just because it's a dead waste of time. And to be perfectly honest, on most days, I still struggle to play it. I still struggle to fit it in. 10 minutes a day. It is a bit extreme, but it is definitely the best way of farming essence and the best way of farming artifacts in general. So I've got another boss here. So this is usually where they're lurking. Wouldn't surprise me if there's one in the top left-hand corner as well. So you can kind of see you nearly solo the whole bloody map with this team, with this Athena Makari Valkyrie type setup, and even so that's a reasonably hard fight. Gets through in less than 5 seconds, and it's definitely a team that I would recommend just using as much as you possibly can, because it just gives you epic return. Once again, no shops, but what I would normally do is just go through, kill 2 bosses, try and locate the 3rd boss, leave it for the next day, right? So you set yourself up for the next day. So worst case scenario, if you have no time to finish it off the next day, if you have no time to sort of run through a whole round the next day, at least you can collect your reward. And that's how I approach this. And I'll just kill this boss and then we'll end this video. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of Timeline Survival. Do you play it? Do you like it? Do you loathe it? Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it.